Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Salakia. I'm on this kind of bumpy terrain. Give me a Salakia. I just wanted to do a quick testimony about how Esau tried to pin me against a bunch of Issacharites when I used to work at a gas station years ago. Not a gas station, a car wash years ago. Right? It's just like it was kind of a popular car wash that was known for doing high level cars and have rich clients or whatever. And you had Issacharites working there. It was pretty much all Latin tribes, and then I was the only Jake that was there. So I'm there trying to get a job, and I really need this job, so I'm coming to Esau in like a humble spirit, like, yeah, man, don't worry, I can do all the work that you need, and don't worry, I'm a good worker, so I'll come on time, whatever, I was basically trying to get hired, came with my resume, was trying to get hired, and this was like a regular old Edomite, and this Edomite, he had, he wasn't walking that well, but he had a lot of money, that he had he had a lot of money, he had an Ammonite wife. I remember he had an Ammonite wife, and then when I came to the job interview, and then when he said, you know what, I'll hire you, but he's like, you know what, he's like, where are you from? Where are you from? He's like, where are you from? Where are you from? And I said, I'm from, my background is Jamaican, whatever I said, He's like, see, that's one strike against you. That's one strike against you already. Because, that's one strike against you. Because you have a stigma. Right? That's what he's telling me. There's a stigma on the Jamaican. So he said, that's one strike against me. Right? So you can clearly see that this was like a racist Edomite. But he's trying to act like he's not. No, I'm not, like he's for me, right? So then I'm not good at telling stories. So Akim, I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm not good at telling stories. But anyways, what he tells me is another strike is you have to be careful because there's a lot of Latinos that work here. Right? I'm like, why do I have to be careful because of a lot of Latinos working here? He said, because the Latinos, they don't like black people. They're very racist against black people. They don't like black people. They're very racist. They hate black people. That's what he told me. And in my head, because I already heard the truth at this point, this is I don't know, more than a decade ago. This is definitely more than a decade ago. And I was listening to the apostles at that time, right? And in my head, I'm like, ain't nobody more hateful than you devils. That's what was going in my head, right? He was trying to get me to hate the Latin tribes, but since I understood the truth, in my head I said, yo, ain't nobody more hateful towards us than you Edomites, right? That's what I was thinking in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. But yeah, man, he was trying to pin me against the Latin tribes, and then when he put me to work, he had me by myself at like when the cars first came in. He had me by myself. He didn't have nobody else helping me. And then he had everyone else at the other end, finishing off the job, whether it was vacuuming and it was like four or five different Issacharites on the end, while me, I'm the only Jake by myself in the front. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why don't it about Judah linking with Ephraim? There's something about the Latin tribes linking with the Southern Kingdom. There's something about that. That's a union they don't want. Right? Because even when that movie Black Panther came out, which I'm going to stay on topic. Okay, I'm going to get back to that. But let's say, right? But the point is this, right? He separated me from the Latin tribes when it came to, he's the racist. He's the hateful one, And then when I linked up with, there's one Latin tribe that, we always used to catch the bus at the same time. And that, I really got along with that Jake, man. He was cool as hell. But I was crap. He was funny too. He was a funny lad, Charles, man. He was funny as hell. And you gotta be cracking up all the time. We gotta be talking, be laughing. You know, you know. So, right. So, like I said, Esau knows in his spirit that it's dangerous to have Judah and Ephraim link up. Something in their spirit is telling them that that's not a union that they want to happen. Okay, and like I said, I was doing videos when the Black Panther movie came out, because that Black Panther movie, right, with the guy they call Kukulkan, Khan, that that showed a common enemy that Judah and Ephraim had. That was a spiritual movie, right? And what you notice is Esau was hating heavy on that movie. Esau was doing panels. Hey, go look at those panels, man. Esau was doing panels where a bunch of people are on, and he would have Issacharites there. Yeah, and that was a racist movie. That was so racist. I never seen something so racist in my life. And they were trying to say that the racist that Ryan Coogler, which is a Jake, that movie was all racist towards Mexicans. Why? Because he didn't want Issachar to identify with Judah. Do you understand? That Black Panther, I was going through all that. I was doing videos on it. I said, yo, these guys, and they were like, yeah, and it was racist. You see, when he went into the water and he came out, they did the shot where his back was wet. I mean, they were reaching, bro. Which they're trying to say that he's trying to say that racial slur, that he's you know what I'm saying? But if he's coming out of the water, how the hell is his back not going to be wet? Bobblehead Latin tribes, they were like, yeah, very racist. I didn't like it, very racist, because they're trying to identify with Esau, man. All right, and they were going in on that movie. I mean, they were going in. I mean, they act like that was the worst movie that was ever created. You understand what I'm saying? Not vex Ephraim. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, man. So that whole thing that Esau's trying to do is going to fail anyway through the elect, because none of those things affect us. See, like I said, if I didn't hear the truth before, and if I didn't already believe at that time, then guess what? That could have took me. That could have made me to hate the Latin tribes. Not knowing any better, right? So, anyways, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. I'll say shalom. Salaki for the rant.